Welcome to the best days of the rest of your life. My name is Harold D. Lewis Sr., and I would like to greet the greatness in you with the greatness in me. For those of you who speak Spanish, I greet you with Buenos Dias. For those of you who speak Arabic, I greet you with Assalamu Alaikum. For those of you who speak German, I greet you with Guten Tag. For those of you who speak French, I greet you with Bonjour. For those of you who speak Hebrew, I greet you with Manishma. For those of you who speak Japanese, I greet you with Konnichiwa. And for those of you who speak Swahili, I greet you with Jambo Sana. Now, for those of you who don't speak any of that, I greet you with a hearty, yo, what's up? Thank you for granting me this providential privilege to step down inside of your mind and to expose you to a fateful formula that will foster a favorable future for you starting right now today. What are we about to share with you? Most of you already know. Yes, it may be common knowledge, but guess what? It's not common practice. During our time together, we would like to conversate around the theme, if it is to be, it's up to me. Say that. If it is to be, it's up to me. Aesop, the African griot, reminds us of a fable about Miss Goose and old Mr. Fox. Once upon a time, as the fable goes, little Miss Goose was swimming in the pond, minding her own business, while old Mr. Fox was hiding in the bushes. As Miss Goose swam by, Mr. Fox jumped out of the bushes, grabbed Miss Goose, and shouted, "I've got you now, Miss Goose. I'm going to break your neck, pluck your feathers, and eat your meat." Miss Goose said, "Wait a minute, Mr. Fox. I've got just as much a right to swim in this pond as you've got to hide in those bushes." Mr. Fox said, "Well, we'll see about that, Miss Goose. Let's take this matter to a court of law." Miss Goose said, "That's fine with me." A court date was set, and they both appeared in court. When Miss Goose walked into the courtroom, she saw she had been appointed an attorney by the court. Her court-appointed attorney was a fox. Miss Goose said, "No problem." When Miss Goose turned around, she saw that the prosecuting attorney was a fox. Miss Goose said, "No problem." When Miss Goose looked around and she saw that the spectators in the courtroom were filing in, she said, "They're all foxes, but no problem." When the jury started to come in, Miss Goose saw that each and every one of them was a fox too. Again, Miss Goose said, "No problem." When the bailiff entered the courtroom, Miss Goose saw too he was a fox. It was then the bailiff spoke out, "All rise, hear ye, hear ye. Judge Fox presiding." They tried Miss Goose. They found Miss Goose guilty. They broke her neck, plucked her feathers, and ate her meat. An Aesop fable. Miss Goose did not stand a chance. Why? Why? Because there were no geese to represent Miss Goose. Because there were no geese qualified to serve on the jury. Because there were no geese who had graduated from high school. Because there were no geese who had gone on to college and then to law school. Because there were no geese who believed they had what it takes to become what God had divinely designed and destined them to become. That's why it is very important for you to understand what our mission is through this message. We are here today to interrupt any negative thinking that may be negating your greatness, to let you know you do have what it takes. You have what it takes. Our mission today and mandate is, through this message, to motivate and stimulate you to dig deeper so that you can go further. Our mission and mandate today through this message is to challenge you with the ethos, if better is possible, then good is not enough. And then we submit to each and every one of you watching and listening and being exposed to this message right now. You are more than what you have become. I'll say that again. You are more than what you have become. We submit to each and every one of you right now, right here, that you have the capacity and the capability to learn what you need to learn to achieve what you need to achieve. And then we will have you to know, and hear this well, the brain does not care what color the skin is. Each and every one of you can learn. If Beethoven, A man who had never heard his own music could write and play melodious music being hearing impaired. You can learn. If Stevie Wonder, a man who has never seen a keyboard, can sit down and play it with ease and excellence, you can learn. If Dr. George Washington Carver, a man who took a soybean, a potato, and a peanut and discovered over 360 uses from them, thereby giving us Jiffy, Skippy, and Peter Pan peanut butter, you can learn. Hear this and hear it well. Your greatness is not about the car you're driving. Your greatness is not about the house you live in. Your greatness is not about the money in your pocket. Your greatness is not about the clothes on your back. Your greatness is not about geography or biography. Your greatness is about your attitude. Remember this formula. Write it down. Post it up. Remind yourself of it time and time again. Your attitude plus your aptitude equal your altitude. I'll say it again. Your attitude plus your aptitude equal your altitude. In other words, what you think and how you think will dictate and determine if you swim or if you sink. One of my favorite little poems sums it up this way. Fleecely locks and dark complexion cannot forfeit nature's claim. Skin may differ, but affection lives in both black and white the same. If I were tall to reach the pole or grasp the ocean by a span, I would be measured by my soul, for the mind is the standard of the woman or the man. Now, as we move into the formula, we would like to provide you with these variables to invigorate and validate your greatness. Here we go. Number one, you must dare to be different. Say that. Dare to be different. Now, daring to be different means you're going to be marching to a different drummer's beat. Daring to be different means you're going to be dancing to a different song. Daring to be different means you're going to be walking to a different pace. Each and every one of you is uniquely and wonderfully made. No one else has your eyes. No one else has your nose. No one else has your fingerprints. No one else has your voice. No one else has your purpose on this planet. You are different. It was Ronald May who wrote in his book some years ago, Man's Search for Himself. He said, and I quote, that the opposite of courage in our society is not cowardice, but conformity. We conform. We conform. The Bible footnotes it by saying it this way. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And know this, who you run with says who you are. My grandmother, who we affectionately used to call Madia, she used to say, birds of a feather flock together. In other words, who you run with says who you are. If you run with losers, you're going to end up a loser. If you run with quitters, you're going to end up a quitter. If you run with negative people, you're going to end up a negative person. Bad company corrupts good character. That's the Apostle Paul. Yes, misery loves company, but so does success. Strive to be with people that want to go somewhere in life. Strive to be with people that wants to make a difference in life. Strive to be with people that want to be an asset and not a liability in life. I personally live by the philosophy that a great man once wrote, I choose not to be a common man. It's my right to be uncommon if I can. I seek opportunity and not security. I do not wish to be a kept citizen, humble and dull, by having the state look after me. I want to take the calculated risk to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I refuse to live from hand to mouth. I prefer the challenges of life to the guaranteed existence, the thrill of fulfillment to the stale calm of the utopia. I will never cower before any master, nor bend to any threat. It's my heritage to stand erect, proud, unafraid, enjoy the benefits of my creation, and face the world boldly and say, this I have done. And that's your challenge, to dare to be different. When other people walk, you run. When other people sit, you stand. When other people sleep, you study. When other people watch TV, you read a book. Hear the powerful words of the poet who penned, the heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward in the night. Thank you, Mr. Longfellow. Now remember this, God didn't make any carbon copies. Dare to be different. Not only that, but you must dream big dreams. Dream big dreams. The reason only a few people succeed and succeed consistently, and the majority of people seems to fail and fail consistently, is because of goals. We live in one of the greatest countries on the planet that affords us the opportunity to pursue our potentials with great possibilities. Someone once commented that the human race is fixed, not to prevent the strong from winning, but to prevent the weak from losing. Here's a thought that should alter your life for the rest of your life as it pertains to your dreams. According to Earl Nightingale, we become what we think about. And I add, or what we dream about. It was Ralph Waldo Emerson who also said, we become what we think about all day long. Now, predicated upon this philosophy, each of you should think and dream about big dreams and set lofty goals. Those who don't have dreams don't have drive. Those who don't have goals don't know where they are going. And if you don't know where you are going, you may end up someplace else. People who are shooting for nothing in life, 10 times out of 10 times will hit nothing every single time. Each of you should dream a dream and set a goal that gets you excited. Each of you should dream a dream and set a goal that moves and motivates you every day. Each of you should dream a dream and set a goal that you pursue with passion and a purpose. Each of you should dream a dream and set a goal that challenges your potential and exceeds your grasp. One of the major defects and defaults about setting goals is not only do a lot of people set no goals, but they set low goals. It was the late Dr. Benjamin E. Mays, longtime president of Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia, who once said, "The tragedy of life does not lie in not reaching your goals. The tragedy lies in having no goals to reach. It is not a calamity to die with dreams unfulfilled, but it is a calamity not to dream. It is not a disaster to be unable to capture your ideals, but it is a disaster to have any ideas to capture. It is not a disgrace to reach for the stars, but it is a disgrace to have no stars to reach for. Failure is not sin. Low aim is the sin." In other words, challenge is to attempt to do something great, even if you fail, than to do nothing at all and succeed. Or simply stated another way, shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. Now, here's a little test we would like for each of you to try for the next 30 days. For some of you, the challenge may prove to be difficult, but if you submit to this test, it will prove to change your life. It was Sir Isaac Newton who taught us for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. In other words, we cannot achieve or accomplish anything without paying a price. The result of your 30-day test will be a direct result of the effort you invest in it. Now, what would we like for you to do? We would like for you to take a 3x5 card and write one specific and clear goal on your card that we want you to define clearly and seek to achieve during the next 30 days. The goal may be to find a job. The goal may be to get an A on an exam. The goal may be to buy a new car. The goal may be to lose a certain amount of weight. But nevertheless, don't show your goal to anyone. Keep it and read it and review it several times during the day. Each morning when you get out of bed, read your goal in an enthusiastic and exciting way. Read it several times before you go to bed at night. And remember the philosophy. We become what we think about all day. For the next 30 days, we want you to do absolutely nothing but think about your goal. Why? Because the moment you set this goal, you will begin to immediately manifest your dreams. Now note this now. Do not concern yourself with how you're going to attain your goal. Leave that to God. The how is none of your business. All you need to know is where you want to go and what you want to achieve, and the answers will come on their own accord. Now, on the back of the card, we would like for you to write the acronym ASK. It's taken from Matthew 7:7. ASK. Ask, and it shall be given. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and the door shall be open. For the next 30 days, set your mind on your goal and do your best. For the next 30 days, act toward your goal as if it was impossible to fail. Now, do not start this test until you are sure you're going to stick with it, because being persistent also means you're demonstrating your faith. Here's the thing. If you have a setback during your 30 days, you must start all over and go for another 30 days. By doing this test, you are developing the habit of not only dreaming big dreams and setting a goal, but you're also focusing and fixating your mind on your goal. Why? Because we become what we think about all day. Remember this, the poorest person on the planet is not the person without a penny, but the person without a purpose, the person without a dream, the person without a goal. Dream big dreams. And know this, if the mind can conceive it and the heart can believe it, then you, my friend, can achieve it. And finally, don't discount yourself. Never, never discount yourself. In other words, believe in yourself. Every morning you arise from bed, here's what I would like for you to do. I would like for you to recite this affirmation. I am, I can, and I will. I am, I can, and I will. I am, I can, and I will. I want you to recite it over and over and over and over again until it becomes a part of your subconscious thinking, putting your mind on automatic. And don't just recite it in a monotone spirit, I am, I can, but I want you to recite it with some passion and energy. Recite it with some power and conviction. Remember what the Bible teaches us. All things are possible for him or her who believes. You must believe in yourself. Why? Why? Because the world sees you as you see yourself. Believe in you. If you see yourself as a loser, if you see yourself as a quitter, if you see yourself as a nobody, if you see yourself as a dummy, if you see yourself as a wimp, that's how the world is going to see you. When you believe in yourself, when you believe in your greatness, the world will not only believe in you, but the world will also respect you. Remember now, you become what you believe and what you think. If you believe you can win, you will win. If you believe you can make it, you will make it. If you believe you can do it, you will do it. But you must believe and be determined to do it. Write this formula down, post it up, and remind yourself of it as well. Your determination plus your dedication equal your destination. Your determination plus your dedication equal your destination. You can do it if you are determined to do it. You can become it if you are determined to become it. You can achieve it if you are determined to achieve it. And know this, if you are pursuing your goal or your dream with self-determination, the race is not given to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, but to the one who endures to the end. Yeah, this is to say, while you're on your journey, you may encounter some setbacks or backsets while you're on your journey. You may suffer some heartaches and heartbreaks while you're on your journey. You may get knocked down and knocked around. But when you do get knocked down, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. For those of you who dare to decree and declare, if it is to be, it's up to me. Here's a little spice for you from the soap opera generation. To all my children, with your bold and beautiful selves, as the world turns, we hope that you will know and enjoy a love of life. For in this bruised, fractured, and alien world, you may feel young and restless. You may feel like you are facing your own private, secret storms, standing at the edge of night. But you cannot escape into another world, for these are the days of our lives, and you have but one life to live. Therefore, it shall be by your courage and commitment that you shall always search for tomorrow with a guiding light. Yeah, let your daring to be different be your guiding light. Let your dreaming big dreams be your guiding light. Let your not discounting yourself be your guiding light. Whatever your dreams are, whatever your goals are, refuse to die an unfulfilled life. And know this, whatever you are seeking in this life, it is also seeking you. Whatever you find in this life will depend upon what life finds in you. If you decree and declare, if it is to be, it's up to me. Take this with you as a source of instant inspiration. If you want a thing bad enough, go out and fight for it. Work day and night for it. Give up your time, your sleep, and your peace for it. If all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, and if you gladly sweat for it, and fret for it, and plan for it, and lose all the terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply go after the thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope, confidence, and stern for tenacity. If neither cold, poverty, famish, or gulf, sickness, or pain of body and brain can keep you from the thing that you want, if dogged and grim, you besiege and beset it, with the help of God, you will get it. And always remember this, you don't choose your greatness. Your greatness chooses you. Peace. God bless you, and God bless your dreams. I'll see you at the top. I'm out of here.
Here we go.